Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Outer Worlds. We have a new team member, Pavati! And by the looks of it, the companion ledger is going to allow us to adjust their skills, stats, various gear bits, and things like that. Or maybe not adjust their skills, but we can certainly adjust the equipment that they have. Oh, she's got a nice light pistol. And a pretty cool impact hammer as well. I think we'll probably keep it. Do I give her the grenade launcher? That would be kind of tempting. Also potentially foolish. So this is giving tech skills +5. We could give her an additional helmet. Just for a bit of extra armor. Can I not take a helmet off once I've put one on? Well, that may have been a slight mistake. I mean, it's fine. She could definitely have one. We'll give her the sneak helmet. And yes, we can assign perks as she gets them. We don't have any available, of course. Ooh, and we can set her behavior right. Well, let's keep her. No, we'll have her on medium. We'll have her on mixed, and yeah. Aggressive seems like the right choice. Okay, so where are we? We need to go and deliver Reed's message to the power plant. We saw the power plant outside of town. We've got a couple of other things going on, though. So, the grave matter. Phyllis works as a supervisor in the Edgewater Cannery. So now it's daytime, we might be able to find Phyllis. Seeing as we're at the cannery, it would make sense to have a little look around. In fact, can I set this as an active quest? It does look like it marks things, so.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Phyllis, just up there. You wanna have a chat?
Can we talk?
Sure.
Sorry, you just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Well, tell me more. So, what's the, If I wanted to deal with nuance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. No. Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
Oh, he's Trump!
It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Okay, well. How well did you know them?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
I probably had a crush on you. Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson.
Okay.
All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Where is your place? Can we go and loot it? Right. Well, why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words.
Alright,
If
that's
Mr.
fair.
Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
Okay, well, I can't blame anyone for wanting to leave. The town has got issues, or I'm sure the deserves some fine people, so what? There we go.
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It just... It don't seem right to me, ma'am.
Yep.
I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Okay, we can go and talk to Max. Yeah, he asked me to find a book for him.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
Well, it couldn't hurt. Let's stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it.
Okay, so Pavati's a
That's what my
straight
dad
arrow.
used to say anyways.
That's fair enough. Okay, let's go talk to Phyllis up here. Hey, Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Jeez, you have to pay for your neighbor's fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Wow.
Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Hang on, you say he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't
I'm
the most
sure
reliable.
that's blasphemy. It's certainly not the company line. That's an awful thing to say, and by that I mean about Spacer's Choice handguns.
Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they going to do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would've? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide.
Okay, so some of you are willing
All
to
I
cut.
know is Silas asked
cut
me for
corners.
Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay, I'll let you get back to work. You got the fees. That's what we came here for. Let's move and get the next one while we're in the fee-grabbing mood. And that's going to be Ludwig, who is just outside of town. I suppose we could check if Abernathy's in his residence in the center here. There we go.
Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
You certainly sound it. Super healthy, mate.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
No.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As
Definitely
spry as
not.
a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I mean, I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, Don't tell the constable.
Okay, we don't need to do that. But, for the sake of it, why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Or is that for getting a bit more money? Depends what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work?
Second
That's
story
all.
work.
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I'm sure that's a crime against Spacer's choice. I've got some
I'll
questions.
do what I can.
I assume there's guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Okay. Well, what can you tell me about them?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
And carrying a big gun. Okay. Why can't you just buy the medicine because you got no money?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Of course. In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough. So you'll do it then?
Yeah, we'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel
Ooh,
it.
lovely. Okay, well, you're taking an awful risk, trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Well, while I'm here, I'll have your
Silas
fees.
knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Sure, I'll leave you be. Okay, well,
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
I'm listening. He's got symptoms of something, but you're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Well, what do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Okay, so we're talking benevolence then. Well, Abernathy was going to pay me for trouble. Can you match his offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Okay.
That's all I can ask of you.
So I think we're going to be working for Esther Blaine rather than Abernathy. Let's finish
Wish we had
grabbing
some better rations.
the fees. So we'll go and talk to Ludwig Miller. And once we've done that, we'll move on to the next thing, which will probably be getting the medicines, actually. Oh, he's right round the other side, of course. We are on the wrong side of town. Let's pull up the map. It's not too far to go, thankfully. really want to loot all of these places. I can hear all the critters. Guard down at the spaceport, that's what they said. And this is the Edgewater landing pad.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
While he's stepped out, let's steal everything that's not locked down, including the bypass shunt. If you're gonna come in, he's a bit close. Hi.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses.
Not
You
exactly.
ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Well, Silas sent me you owe him gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Are you okay? You seem a little confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Well, yeah, gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
Now, there might be a little truth in
When
what
the
he's
swarms of
saying.
mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Okay, so, you know, proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Okay, so what do you need?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay, we'll do that straight after we've taken the fees back to Silas. So if I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple of pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Thanks, Ludwig. Alright, I'll let you be. Well, we do have this workbench here that we could use, but I want him to leave.
I'm going.
Come on, Pavati, come over here.
Okay.
Right, while he's gone,
Nice.
take all of that. Okay, is everything looted? Lucky you didn't see, actually. I think we're good. Okay, so in the workbench, is there anything that we want to break down? We do have that new toss ball stick that we could get rid of. We're not massively overweight, so I think for the moment let's just hold off. Yeah, I think we're probably fine. We're still doing this experiment with this toss ball stick to see what happens when it runs out of durability entirely. Does it Does it just hit like a low point and then not break, or does it actually get destroyed?
Sure. Heading back.
Come on, Party. We're gonna go and have a chat with Silas. Leg it round the side of the building.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Alright. So, Silas. This
Lovely
way.
to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
I guess he's talking about someone in a grave?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here.
Oh, okay.
Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, got your fees.
You run into any trouble?
I'm all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Now, I did go out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something a little more tangible.
Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Cool. Well, I've got a question for you.
Yeah?
There's nothing specifically on there. Let's head back.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
You first. I know you buried him. In fact, no, here we go. I read a letter from Phyllis. She mentioned digging him up for his gold teeth.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit.
Oh, yeah?
When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Neither of those seem likely. I'll keep an eye out for them.
Let me know if you find anything.
We're not going to dob Abernathy in. So, I think next thing is killing the robot scout. Let's pull up the journal. So, die robot. Yeah, Ludwig is convinced that automechanicals are planning to wipe out humanity. He's asked you to help him wage a secret war against the mechanical menace. So there's a forward scout north of the landing pad. As the test of your metal, he's requested you dispose of it in the name of humanity. We can do that. The landing pad was round this side. So we'll head round and then head to the north from there. I wonder if there's anything in, like, various junk piles and things outside of town. I'm also curious as to whether there's anything worth grabbing down on the landing pad itself. I mean, we've looted in there. But there is more stuff. So we've got a vending machine. Bypass shunts and stuff. That's kind of interesting. How much have we got? We've only got 1,600 bits. So we're not going to be buying anything special anytime soon. What about this one? It's much the same, slightly different. Interesting walk speed mods. Yeah, so slightly different options, and then that's just general consumables. Don't see a way into this, but do see a little bit of something hiding around the back. Wait for him to walk out of sight. Off you go. 3 seconds to pick this together. Come on, all the way in.
All right, I'm on the move. On my way.
Okay, is he going to mind that we're in here? Could be a problem, but while he's not looking at us... we'll have a proper explore and see what we've actually got in here. If he asks, we'll just say we're authorized. There's a couple of mag picks. Which I will grab in a moment. Just need to make sure that he doesn't turn around to look at us. Oh, we could have come in the big door. Where are you going, mate? What are you doing? It's going that way. Sneaky sneak. Oh, Pavati crouches down as well. That's cool.
Easy.
We're gonna open this up as well as soon as he's moved past. Okay, I think we've got everything from inside. It's not added too much onto our weight, so for the moment we don't have to worry about it. And we pretty much got our mag picks back as well, so I don't feel like we spent resources unnecessarily in doing that. It's like we've got another mini container just over here. Some more armor parts. I think that's a terminal as well. Just have a little look at. Captain's identification cartridge to initiate remote landing. Okay, so we can call our ship to here eventually when it's all powered up. Any other things for us to steal in the area? Bread worm. Not like bread that you make a sandwich. Well, I hope you wouldn't make a sandwich out of these. There's another box just down there. Let's go check that out. Just ooh, we don't have enough to get in. successful looting, I would say. So, this robot. I think I can hear it. Let's start sneaking. Okay. It's damaged.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
You want to fix him?
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Sure. If we had engineering 46, we could do it ourselves. Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation
Pavati.
systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Ooh. Pavati, why did you name it?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Oh, of course. Is that an Etherwave cereal or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Okay, well, I guess this means we're doing a mostly good playthrough. Let's go back and talk to Ludwig and tell him, oh, by the way, we fixed the robot. Rather than destroying it. So your little war is not happening. Hey, buddy.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Well, about that. You won't have to worry about the scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold
I
mechanical
mean, if you've got a
hearts.
weapon to give me, I will happily take that.
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You've hidden your secret weapon in a toilet.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Of course. Well, I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Of course not. All right. Let's go get ourselves a free weapon. I do wonder what it's going to be. So, into the cantina, which we've been in before.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna...
And
Big drinker, are you?
into the toilet. Look at that. So what is this sealed bundle? Let's head back. We'll have a chat and see what he says. It may just end up being directions. In fact, let's have a look in our inventory. So, quest item, sealed bundle. A curious bundle discovered near a latrine in the Edgewater Cantina. Note reads, if found, please return to Ludwig Miller at the landing pad. Thanks. Maybe it's going to be an EMP grenade. That would be fine. I'll take an EMP grenade. Alright. Hey, Ludwig.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I've found the toilet package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Okay, well, that sounds like fun, but, yeah.
Fun? This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I've already got that. Don't worry about that. I've already got a passcode.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all
Of
matters
course.
related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Right. How exactly am I supposed to get one? Just, like, beat the thing to death?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Pavati, is this something you could help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
Alright.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Watch your mouth, Ludwig, or I'll put you in your place. What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater is in the middle of nowhere. Who's your contact?
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact.
Alright.
I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
Specificity is important.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Well, thanks. Okay. That might not be something that we do anytime soon. So, over at the geothermal plant, that would be getting a logic module. We've also got the cache of medicine. We've also got the different fingers from the Marauders. And we have the illustrated manual from the Vicar. Which, I think, let's do this one next. So we'll head off that way, try and find the book, and that'll give us an excuse to go back and talk to the Vicar again. And it looks like it's not really too far away.
Got it. Heads down.
While we're here. There may be others around. What's this? Mythology log. Terry mating habits. Kane Van Acker, Spacer's Choice ethologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study terrarium mating habits. The females leave their nesting areas in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. I then build displays with these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things, meet me at the next site, and don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistant. Well, clearly the assistant didn't make it. Oh, those are the birds. I wonder how dangerous they are.
Here they come!
Not too dangerous, but... definitely don't want to be getting snuck up on by a big group of them. Bypass shunt right next to someone's shaving kit. Good job. Good job, team. So the durability on our stick is definitely getting worse. It's down to 24.7. So still got a little way to go before it completely breaks. Oh, there could have been more stuff down in that, actually. Let's have a little explore of this structure. Mostly seems uninteresting. We'll partly cut this. Oh, hello. Orders. We know we can use our time warping. Looks like there's 3 of them. Cool, he's facing the other way. He's got a lot more health than I expected.
Hear that?
Right, there we go. Thank you for tanking all of that, Pavati. I know you took a fair bit of damage there. But we are quids in from that little bout of murder. So I feel it was worth it. And we're regenerating pretty darn quickly as well. So not too bad. Okay, we've got one little box to loot here. That's for some Adreno. And we could use some health, but because we're regenerating fast enough, I don't think we'll bother. Let's grab all of those. We'll just hop up this hill ever so slightly. Just to make sure we're safe, and then we'll do our skill points. Okay, cool. I think everything's safe. So, 10 points to put in. Melee's been going well for us, but I do ultimately want to be a ranged person. So I think we'll keep putting points in to ranged. We'll get to the point of at least being able to do critical damage. It'd be good to be able to sell goods to vending machines, actually. There we go. That gives us the ability to sell stuff to vending machines. And it gives us more lockpicking as well. So, in on the perks. Extra carrying capacity could be good. extra base armor rating. Flat 50% extra health also. Not bad. Let's go for the flat 50% extra health. Although it looks like you can maybe do these more than once, or is that just indicating? Oh, yeah, that's just indicating that we will be getting it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be fine. Cool. So 50% extra health. Extra base health, I should say. Alright, well, with that rather successful murder, I think that's going to be a good point to finish this episode off. We've done a couple of little side quests, getting to learn a little bit more about Edgewater and the fun, wonderful place it is with all of its wacky townsfolk. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of The Outer Worlds. See you soon.